Brooklyn Nets were rolling in Game 2 against the Milwaukee Bucks as they blew out the Bucks 125-86. In this video, we are going to look at Game 2 of the Nets-Bucks series and see how the Nets destroyed the Bucks defense. Coach Bud continued to start Brook Lopez and PJ Tucker together in this game. The Nets looked to start Bruce Brown in this game, taking the spot of an injured James Harden, and the Nets came out red hot in this game and never looked back. The Nets got started with Kyrie getting a cut to the rim. This is contained, so Kyrie goes into a handoff from Bruce Brown. Jrue trails, and as Kyrie comes up the court, he gets a screen from Blake Griffin. The Bucks switch this, and a contested three for Kyrie falls in the face of Giannis. The Bucks had Lopez guarding Bruce Brown, and they had Brook play drop coverage all game. This was a problem. On this play, the Nets get KD coming off a pin down screen into a handoff. Tucker trails the screen, Brook drops. This gets KD going downhill. Jrue comes over to provide help, but KD gets by him and gets Brook to commit to him. This slip pass to Bruce Brown is on the money, and the Nets get a layup. I like the Nets defense here. In transition, the Bucks go to Middleton, post up on Kyrie. The Nets send a double team with Blake Griffin helping. Good job by Middleton finding Giannis, who was cutting inside, but also a good job by the Nets loading up inside with Blake, KD, and Brown. This stops Giannis. Good defense by KD, and if Giannis is shooting this, the Nets can live with it. The Nets push the ball up quick. Good initial containment on the ball by the Bucks, but the trailing three by Kyrie here as he is wide open. He misses, but there is another trailer, Blake Griffin. And with nobody to box him out, he gets this beautiful putback dunk. And big props to Blake Griffin. He's doing a great job defending Giannis this series, as well as his contribution on the offensive end. And if this is what is coming out of the Bucks offense, things are not going to look pretty. The Nets push the ball up the floor. KD gets an ISO on Giannis, and geez, I don't know where the foul call is, but the move is so nasty that I agree with the refs on this call. So much hell comes out of the Brooklyn Nets offense with just Kyrie and KD working, that with KD just driving in the lane, he draws the help and double of Giannis. Quick pass to Kyrie forces Middleton to close out from the corner, and nice extra pass to Joe Harris, and the Nets get a three. The Nets' early offense gets Kyrie a screen from Landry Shamet. The Bucks hedge this and keeps Middleton on Kyrie. Shamet will then receive a flare screen by Claxton, and Shamet is quick to dribble into this three as Forbes can't fight over the screen. The Bucks come down and gets Middleton going against Kyrie. Middleton loses the ball, and now the Nets are out in transition, and the disrespect here by Kyrie is real. Pay attention to this sequence of events because I'm convinced Bruce Brown is a big man trapped in a guard's body. The Nets come up and get a KD Brown pick and roll. The Bucks have Brook play high at the level of the screener here. This opens up the roll option in Brown, and I like how he takes it in. Brook does a good job coming over and pressuring the shot though. The Bucks come up now, great spin move by Giannis, and he finishes inside. The Nets now come back and go to the KD Brown pick and roll again, and have Brook play again high on the screen. KD crosses PJ into the screen and crosses back over going right. This forces Brook to come over and contain the potential drive. Middleton also stunts closing that driving lane. This opens up Brown on the roll. Quick bounce pass to Brown. Now Pat Connaughton and Giannis both help on the Brown roll. This opens up Mike James on the wing and Blake Griffin in the corner, who is cutting inside. Brown passes it to Blake, and is this Clippers Blake Griffin? The Bucks started to go into a 2-3 zone midway into the second quarter, which was quite odd because the Nets were killing them with their shooting. Mike James rejects the screen here, which gets him in the lane, and he hits this floater over Brook. Again against the zone, Mike James hands it off to Kyrie, and the Bucks trap Kyrie in the corner. Kyrie passes it off to Blake. Blake's three draws the help of Giannis, one extra pass to KD, and he knocks down this three over PJ Tucker. The Nets get a Mike James, Blake Griffin ball screen going. Brook shows himself high, but once contact is made on the screen, he immediately drops. This play fizzles out, and the Nets go into a James KD ball screen where Kevin Durant pops up top, and this quick jab and go by KD gets by PJ Tucker. It also draws the help defense of Middleton to close off that driving lane, and a quick pass by KD to Mike James, and the Nets get a 3. I like the Nets defense here on the Middleton post-up. They won't commit to a full double team just yet until Khris gets near the rim. The Nets place KD nearby to be the help defender. Khris finds PJ, the ball gets moved around, good rotation by the Nets, good closeout by KD here, but Middleton makes a tough 3. More of the zone from the Bucks. Here the Nets pass the ball around, and once it gets to Mike James, he gets closed out by Bryn Forbes. Khris Middleton comes over as well, but just one extra pass to KD, and this is too much space. The Nets here play the same defense against Middleton, posting up on Kyrie, having KD lurk nearby as a help defender. Middleton sees that Tucker is open in the corner, and this is a good job by Mike James. He notices the Middleton pass, and he drives inside and meets the help defense of KD. Quick pass to the corner, and James is able to pick off this pass. The Nets to start the third quarter gets KD working in the post on PJ Tucker. Joe Harris comes up top and receives a pin down screen from Bruce Brown. Middleton navigates to the left side, and Harris goes through the right side of the screen. This opens up Joe Harris and gets Middleton out of position. Harris drives inside. Jrue Holiday helps and swipes at the ball, but turns his entire body away from his man in Kyrie Irving. Kyrie cuts inside, Holiday is late to close out, and Kyrie draws the attention of multiple Bucks. Quick kick out by Kyrie to Harris, who pops immediately at the top of the key, and the Nets get a 3. KD Brown pick and roll, Lopez drops, Jrue stunts, and quick pass to Kyrie, and the Nets get a 3. The Nets get Harris coming off a pin down into a handoff of Bruce Brown. Then this goes into another handoff of Kyrie. The Bucks do a poor job defending this, as they should have immediately switched Jrue to Harris. This happens late, and Harris gets a good look at 3, but he misses. The Nets kept going to Bruce Brown ball screens. They know they can attack Brook Lopez on the drop, and they have 2 of the best scorers in KD and Kyrie to do so in the mid-range. Here on this play, KD Brown pick and roll, and KD gets all the space here to knock down this 3. The Nets did a good job loading up against Giannis in transition here. He is forced to pass it to a trailing Bobby Portis, who takes it in on Nick Claxton, and Claxton puts enough pressure on Portis into a miss. And Claxton is such a beautiful defender. Here he gets a switch on Jrue Holiday, hands up high, forcing Jrue to drive right near the baseline and just staying with him all the way. Playing drop coverage against KD should just be an automatic fine. On the KD Claxton screen, Portis drops, and this is a layup for KD basically. The Nets go into a KD Shamet pick and pop. Forbes hedges on the screen, Shamet pops out, Forbes gets back late, and Shamet knocks down this 3. In the final seconds of the third quarter, the Bucks went to a box and 1 zone. KD is able to string together moves to get by Giannis, and geez, the reverse layup on this one is tough. The Nets offense was unstoppable this game. They knocked down 21 threes against the Bucks. For the Bucks, you got a game from your big 3. Coach Bud is going to have to make some adjustments here. Does he sit Brook Lopez out and go with Giannis at the 5 and a switch heavy defense, or go towards something else? They need to figure out something defensively and need much bigger offensive production from their big 3. If not, this Bucks team will be going home in 4 games.